And last but not least, we are going to be doing a song that I'm fairly familiar with. The old Def Leppard, yes. When Love and Hate Collide. This is a classic. I love this song. It's been one of those songs that I actually fairly do revisit fairly frequently. Def Leppard's pretty good. And again, it's one of those groups that it's just like, man, not enough props going around today for this group. So yeah, let's check it out, shall we? Def Leppard, When Love and Hate Collide. Yeah, the one-armed drummer. Such a cool semi-hollow. Yeah, what a classic song. You know, I'm not generally one of those people like, well, back in the day we made better music, because I feel like that statement in a lot of ways just means you're probably not looking in the right place. If I'm being real, I'm not one of those people that's just like, oh, new music sucks kind of thing. But I think sometimes when you come across like legendary songs or songs like this that really have that kind of, I would say, heritage or like status, it's one of those things where because of just how different music was back then, it does feel like sometimes there are things missing that you wish could be back. And, I feel like I'm starting to kind of get to that point with like the music that I grew up with and like the mid to early 2000s and stuff like that, and like late 90s. Like, I remember a little while ago somebody was playing music and I was like, oh man, back in my day we had Blink 182. I've done that now. But the interesting thing is that there's just something about this song specifically too that, I mean, like, Def Leppard has a lot of really good music. I remember when this song started to kind of blow up a little bit. I was a wee lad when this came out, and I remember everybody was just like, "Oh my goodness, did you hear that new Def Leppard song? That's crazy!" And I remember hearing at one point that they said that this song wasn't even like supposed to even be released. Like, they got, if I remember correctly, the song was supposed to be on the album. Is it Adrenaline or Adrenalize or something like that? And they cut the song from that album. And I remember at that time too, like, for some reason, I don't even remember why, but they decided to like release it as like a single or like a demo, and it just kind of like blew up out of nowhere. Because I remember even when I was even coherent enough to even know what was going on around me, that song was still big, like 4 or 5 years later, and I remember it being played throughout my house all the time. So that was like super crazy. The fact that it was just like nobody expected this to really be that big of a hit. And if I remember correctly, at this time, I think his name is Steve Clark, right? The guitarist. And I remember this is around the time that he was just like in the throes of going through rehab and addiction and stuff like that. I think if I remember correctly, this was even like the last song that they had before he tragically passed. So yeah, this song was crazy. And like this particular song here, I think it really is one of the songs that kind of is the last kind of breaths of like glam-ish rock. I mean, you can kind of tell they're kind of coming out of it. This song itself is written in A major, which I feel like a lot of the this is a fairly common key to write in, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that, but it definitely fits really well with the vocal prowess here. Like, I feel like that, what's his name? Is it Joe? That's the singer. This is just a good range for him to be in. And, I feel like that also too, it really just wraps around really nicely. Kind of giving it a bit of like, I don't know, just really positive vibes. I think that's what's really cool. So writing in A major, I always feel like is a really, really strong and flexible key to write in. I really do. So yeah, it's really cool. Anyway, let me know what y'all think about this. We'll discuss this down in the comments below. Thank you, and bye, Victus.